Well, joining us from Washington is Giorgio Cafiero, the Chief Executive Officer of Gulf State Analytics. Well, what's your reaction to the news then, Giorgio? Largely expected or something of a surprise?
Yeah, I'm not too terribly surprised, to be honest with you. I think obviously for the Trump administration, this constitutes a huge win with the ceasefire being implemented a little more than a month ago, and obviously with some very serious Israeli violations, and with the ceasefire, of course, being very fragile, it has sustained up until this point. And now the Trump administration is feeling emboldened and confident because the so-called 20-point peace initiative seems to have what the Trump administration would see as some real international legitimacy in light of this development at the United Nations. But as I'm sure we'll discuss, there are so many open questions right now, and how developments on the ground in Gaza will proceed in light of what happened at the UN Security Council today, very unclear.
Well, how big an issue is that it's been immediately rejected by Hamas for what it might mean for the guardianship, as they would put it, of Gaza, and also they've refused to lay down their arms?
Well, that's obviously an incredibly important question. It's not a surprise that Hamas is opposed to this resolution. I think many Palestinians, not just those in Hamas, but many Palestinians in general, sort of see this as essentially replacing the Israeli ground occupation of Gaza with sort of a de facto foreign rule, with Trump essentially turning Gaza into, if we're going to be honest, sort of a protectorate of the United States. The Palestinians who are going to want to exercise their rights and to enjoy freedom, the freedom to have self-determination, are going to be totally opposed to this agenda of putting Gaza under the control of these foreign parties. So then, if Hamas is not going to disarm, are we expecting this international force to coercively disarm Hamas? That could become very violent, very bloody. Certainly not the kind of scenario that countries like Azerbaijan, Indonesia, or perhaps other powers in the Islamic world would really want to be involved in.
Yes, and the references to independent Palestinian statehood, something of a concession there from the United States to Arab nations that are involved in this process. But that also has been rejected, or at least largely rejected, by Israel. They've got problems with this as well. So clearly there are lots of stumbling blocks still to overcome.
Yes, this language in the resolution that referred to a Palestinian state was an outcome of the roles played by various Arab and Muslim majority countries. But as you correctly point out, Israel's leadership has been crystal clear that they're completely opposed to a Palestinian state. This has been Netanyahu's stance for many, many years. He's been very transparent about the fact that this is his position. So what's going to really change as a result of this resolution, which contains that language, passing? To be honest, I do not see us moving any closer toward a sovereign and independent Palestinian state because of this resolution. Some leaders in the world, though, are trying to frame it that way, but I don't think that that's realistic at all.
Giorgio, good to get your analysis. Thanks for joining us on TRT World.
Good to be with you.